I don't know about you, but I find the PlayStation Store quite hard to navigate. I feel like they're always pushing the latest AAA game, and cozy games sort of get brushed under the rug. But don't worry, because I'm here to help. Hello, cozy gamers, and welcome back to the Cozy Gaming Club, where we talk about all the latest and greatest cozy games. Today, we're going to be looking at 20 cozy games in the PlayStation Plus catalogue. And there are, of course, games like Unpacking and Spiritfarer, but I've chosen not to mention those today. I wanted to focus on some lesser-known titles that you probably haven't played. Starting with a title that I've only recently discovered, but quickly became one of my top 5 games of 2023. In Tinykin, you play as an alien explorer who crash lands on Earth. You'll need to find all the parts to rebuild your spaceship to get home, but you'll also discover an insect society that you can help if you'd like, and the mysterious Tinykin. Tinykin is essentially a Pikmin-like where you need to collect hundreds of the cute Tinykin to complete your quest and find a way home. Each colour of Tinykin has a different ability that you can use on your missions, like Super Strength or Explosive, and despite the explosive Tinykin, there's no combat to worry about in this game. It's mainly a puzzle platformer with a creative world to explore and lots of hidden objects to find. It's the perfect answer to Pikmin on non-Switch consoles, and I would really recommend it. This next game will whisk you away on a psychedelic adventure that shatters the bounds of reality. In the Artful Escape, you're just a teenager with a guitar and a dream. But with the weight of your uncle's legacy on your shoulders, you set out on an adventure to discover who you are. This journey will take you to beautiful worlds that you never knew existed, and each world was so unique. And what would this game be without music? Prepare to shred along to some amazing tunes when you take to the stage. If you're looking for a game that's anything but ordinary, The Artful Escape is definitely worth checking out. In this next game, you're dead. But that's okay because you get reunited with the ghost of your dog Sparky. However, you soon find out that a disaster is about to destroy your beloved island and the museum you've dedicated your life to building. Together with Sparky, you'll need to uncover the mysteries of your island, prevent the volcano from erupting, and save your home. To do so, you'll need to find all the lost ghosts on the island by locating the items that mean the most to them. Explore their homes and favourite locations, and dive into the memories of the people who knew them best, to help them move on in this cozy puzzle game. This game was a lovely, relaxing way to spend a weekend, although some of the objects do get a little bit difficult to find. Although that's only really an issue if you're a completionist like me. I would say that this next one is more of a management game than a farming game, but it's got a really interesting premise. In 100 Days Winemaking Simulator, you'll open your own winery and you'll be in charge of every aspect of it. First, choose which vines to grow, learning how to grow them and when to harvest them. Then follow the entire winemaking process, deciding on the type of wine you want to produce, and you can even design your wine bottles and winery logo. Every choice you make will affect the wine you produce, both in quantity and quality, and the amount of sales you get at the end of the day. While I haven't played this one myself, it looks like such a deep management game, and I can see myself losing hours to it. The Wild at Heart is a storybook-like adventure where you run away with your best friend to live in the woods. There you find a strange new world full of quirky creatures with different abilities and a dark plotline. There were lots of fun puzzles to solve with your little helpers, a gorgeous world to explore, and some fun and slightly eccentric characters to meet as well in this one. The game does start pretty slowly, but I was completely hooked on this after an hour or so. This next one is the first more popular game on this list, but if you haven't played it yet, you definitely should. Untitled Goose Game is just a wonderfully chill, but also incredibly chaotic adventure where you're a little goose who just causes mischief in a small village. Steal people's sandwiches, set up pranks, and honk a lot as you ruin everyone's day. Plus, you can play this one in multiplayer if you want to team up and cause mayhem with your player too. With Valentine's Day right around the corner, I had to mention this one, which is perfect for couples, but it's also good to play alone. In Haven, you'll play as two lovers who have given up everything in order to be together. After fleeing a restrictive homeworld, you'll settle on a forgotten planet that you now call home. Explore the planet looking for parts and materials to fix your ship, and discover the strange creatures that live there. But beware, because not every creature is your friend. This romantic space adventure will see you exploring your new relationship and discovering just how much you'd be willing to give up for love. The really cool thing about this game is that the genders of the main characters are interchangeable, so you can choose the couple you're most comfortable with. I love creative puzzle games, and somehow I hadn't heard of this one before, but now I'm definitely gonna try it. In the Pedestrian, you play as a little stick figure trying to rescue your other half by moving through signs. Solve incredibly creative puzzles by manipulating the signs around you, whether that's rearranging them or moving objects within them in order to progress. This is honestly such an innovative idea, and it looks so cool when it plays out. I know this one is definitely going on my to-play list, but what about you? This is another creative puzzle game, and I really enjoyed it when I played it. In this whimsical game, you and your best friend are whisked away to a world of floating islands, each one filled with puzzles and secrets. By manipulating time, you'll be able to rewind, fast forward, and even split the timeline to solve environmental puzzles and uncover the mysteries of each island. I love the layout of every level in this game, and some of the puzzles were actually quite tricky to solve. It was really fun trying to wrap my head around the different mechanics and solve each new puzzle, but there's also an interesting story about two friends who were afraid to be separated. I had to include Lake on this list, which, if you don't know, is a mail delivery game set in the beautiful town of Providence Oaks. You'll be taking on the role of Meredith, who takes a break from her big tech career to come home and cover her dad's mail shift. The game plays out over a fortnight, and during that time, you'll be able to meet plenty of interesting characters, deliver a ton of mail, and maybe even woo somebody. At the end of the game, you'll get to make a choice about whether to return to your demanding job in a city, stay in the charming town you grew up in, or venture out into the big wide world. Whatever you choose, the most important thing is to enjoy the journey. This is a slow-paced game, and I loved every minute of it. This next game is also new to me, but it's another one I'll be adding to the to-play list because it's got a really interesting premise. It only lasts for 60 seconds. Through trial and error, you'll be able to uncover the mysteries of this strange game. Journey outside the comfort of your home to help unusual folk, uncover countless secrets, and overcome dangerous foes, all in hopes of lifting a rather unfortunate curse that ends each day after just 1 minute. Every time you venture out, you'll hopefully get a little stronger, collect new items, and find new shortcuts to help you journey a little further each time. I wanted to put this game next because it's another trial and error game with a time limit, but this time you're stuck in a time loop. This award-winning kind of puzzle, kind of adventure, kind of exploration game challenges you to try to break out of this time loop. Visit every planet and moon, discovering a mysterious and ancient race whose ruins lie scattered across this imploding solar system. Every 22 minutes, the solar system will be destroyed, and you'll find yourself back at the beginning, hopefully with more clues to help you solve what's going on. The planets will change and shift as time goes on, and there aren't really clues or hints to help you work out what's happening here. I definitely recommend trying this one out because it's a game I think everyone should experience at least once in their life. And if the puzzles are too difficult, then it's also quite chill just roasting a marshmallow at the end of the solar system. Join Tchia on her journey to save her father from the cruel ruler of this beautiful archipelago. To do that, you'll need to harness Tchia's extraordinary ability to possess any animal or object she encounters. From soaring birds to playful dolphins, use each animal's abilities to explore the hidden corners of the islands you call home. You also have a boat for navigating the ocean waves and participating in races, as well as a ukulele to trigger special events. I loved Tchia when it first came out on PlayStation, and it's a really wonderful game that explores the customs of New Caledonia's diverse communities, and teaches you about the deep connection they share with the natural world. In Röki, you play as a young girl called Tuve, whose brother is kidnapped by the mysterious Röki, a monster from Nordic folklore. Immerse yourself in this world where folklore and reality collide. Navigate breathtaking, hand-drawn landscapes inspired by Scandinavian myth, and encounter legendary creatures like trollfolk and Nokken on your quest to save your brother. There are lots of puzzles to solve, items to find, and different locations to explore. And as you delve deeper into the story, you'll uncover themes of family and loss. Speaking of loss, set out to find your grandma in this next game after you were separated in a terrible storm. This is another creative puzzle game where you'll literally need to rearrange the world around you, as if they were pieces of a jigsaw, to reshape the levels and open up new paths to journey onward. As you progress, you'll even discover new pieces of the map that can be rearranged with existing pieces to unlock new areas. Prepare to travel through strange and captivating lands, immersing yourself in the unique cultures, and finding help in unlikely places in Carto. This next game is a PlayStation exclusive, and it's definitely one of the most creative games I've ever played. In Concrete Genie, you'll find yourself in a dark and drab world. But with your magical paintbrush, you can bring life and colour back to the polluted streets and restore this once bright and bustling seaside town. Create street art and watch as the mischievous genies you paint spring into life and come to your aid. It's really fun because you can design the appearance of each genie, and as your personal connections with each genie grows, they'll work alongside you to solve puzzles that open up new areas. There are so many different areas to explore, and I found myself wanting to decorate everything in this world, even the parts I didn't need to. I wanted to cover every wall with flowers and art, and you actually can. Weirdly, this is the only farming game on this list. In Sakuna of Rice and Ruin, you play as a princess who was banished from her beautiful home to an island overrun with demons. In the untamed wilderness you find there, you must rediscover your birthright by cultivating rice, the source of your power, and stop the evil forces that are brewing there. This one does have quite a bit of combat, so be aware of that before going in. However, the Japanese mythology is really interesting to see in a game, and I love how intricate the process is for growing rice. The farming is so in-depth and will have you managing water levels, pest control, and weeding. Plus, the rice you grow can affect your combat, which is also pretty cool. If you love management games, then this one's for you. Build your dream, or nightmare, Hospital in 2 Point Hospital, a medical simulation game where you build a hospital up from nothing. In this world, you'll experience all kinds of unusual illnesses, each requiring their very own special treatment. Diagnose illnesses, build the right rooms to handle them, hire the right staff, and then get ready, because curing just one of these illnesses is just the beginning. Optimize and expand your hospital to increase productivity, and you can even decorate it as well to improve its prestige and increase happiness. This is another one I haven't played myself, but I definitely want to. I just know it's going to be a huge time sink. If you have thalassophobia, then maybe skip this next one. In ABZÜ, you can immerse yourself in a vibrant world full of mystery and bursting with colour and life. Descend deep beneath the waves, discovering hundreds of unique species based on real creatures, and form a powerful connection with the abundant sea life. Interact with schools of thousands of fish that procedurally respond to you, each other, and predators. But beware, because dangers also lurk in these depths. I wanted to end on a fun one which some of you have probably already played. In Slime Rancher, you play as a plucky new rancher trying to make a living wrangling slimes light years away from home. But you'll need to get this new ranch up and running and also discover the mysteries of a strange planet. Every day you'll head out into the wilds around your ranch to discover and collect colourful slimes and crops to bring home in your backpack. There are over 150 hybrid slimes for you to discover, and a sprawling world full of secrets and treasure. Hopefully you've discovered a new cozy game or two to play. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. It really does mean a ton for me, and I cover new cozy games every single week if that sounds like your cup of tea. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!